Welcome to my vlog. My name's Anton Januska, and you're on my channel, you're on my vlog, and this is vlog, I think, 002. If I'm wrong, just look below, look at the title, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Today, I wanted to talk about this idea of starting rough around the edges, and it's basically an idea where it's okay to go ahead and start on a project, start on a personal project, a tech project, writing, whatever it is, and it's okay to not be your most perfect. I just recently finished NaNoWriMo, the National Novel Writing Month, and I got, I think, 52,000 words in, or something like that. And one of the ideas behind NaNoWriMo is that you quickly churn out this 50,000 words of, for lack of a better word, crap, that you then file down and parse through and edit until it becomes something somewhat usable. And so when you look at it like that, it's basically this idea of starting out as rough as you want to, with as many mistakes as you need to make in order to get to the end of the book. And usually by the end of the book, you kind of have a clear idea of what you did wrong at the beginning, how you want to change the book, and so on. So I've come to this conclusion over the past several years, especially in the tech industry. There's this really heavy idea of starting out small and getting better incrementally over time. And it's okay if you basically start with this crap project. It's okay to, roughly sketch something out, have this idea, prototype it out. I'm against prototyping. I'm for something else. We can discuss that later. But there's this idea of basically just starting with a small core of an idea, and then try to kind of grow out of that and get better and better and better with time. Whether it's with technology and creating code or writing code, or with design, where you try to continuously kind of gather data as to what a customer might want, and using that data to make your application much better. And in my personal life, I try to do the same. I start with like this core idea of what I want to do, what I need to do, and then incrementally build upon it until I have something better. I did that with my blogging, so I think I started blogging. Well, yeah, it's about 8 years now. I think over 8 years, maybe 7 years, something like that. I think I started in 2008, 2009, somewhere around that time frame. And when I did that, I started with a basic theme. I think it was like the built-in WordPress theme, or one of the built-in themes. I changed the header a little bit so that it had my name on it and looked a little bit fancy. I did like some of those early on Photoshop tutorials that show you how to, make a planet or something like that. And I did that, and I created a nice banner, and I started blogging. And I didn't care. I didn't care that my blog looked kind of crappy. I didn't care that I didn't write any of the code. I didn't care that I didn't have syntax highlighting on my blog posts. And instead of using syntax highlighting, I was simply able to, I basically just took screenshots of my editor and posted them on there. And it was really successful for me. It was really important to me that I did these things. And over time, I got better at blogging. I was able to churn out more articles. And I was able to create something that I'm very proud of, which is my current blog. On average, if I write a blog post, it gets anywhere from 25,000 to 50,000 views over the course of, let's say, a year. So I find that pretty successful. I think my most viewed article got 125,000 views over its lifetime, which was 3 or 4 years. It may not sound like a lot, but it was a big deal to me because I started with this tiny, crappy blog. I ended up with this custom-built, custom-designed blog that's very responsive. You're able to use it on mobile and whatever. But you can see I kind of got better over time. I didn't just, leap into making my own blog post, leap into writing these high-quality, big, long blogs, these huge essays on ideas that went a little bit beyond code and tutorials. And what's interesting is that I've been having so much trouble applying this to vlogging. When I tried out podcasting, I created 4 or 5 podcasts, 10 I think in total. So that's a pretty good number. And I published all of them on iTunes. They may be crappy. I don't want to listen to them. I kind of put it on my to-do list to check out how to delete blogs or delete podcasts off of iTunes. So I did it. I started incrementally. I used my webcam audio, and it's kind of really crappy, and I used Audacity to kind of change a few things around. I think noise, noise cancellation, what is it called? Noise reduction. I think noise reduction was pretty much the only filter that I applied. I deleted a lot of my ums and ahs and breaths from the audio. And so I started very small with it, and then I got a little bit better, got a little bit better, and I eventually went into Twitch streaming, and I did streaming for like 4 months, and again, I jumped in, and I had no idea what I was doing. I'm like, I'm just gonna stream myself coding a website, and I did. And then I had this idea of coding it a different way and having these quote-unquote episodes and discussing things with people, interact with them more. Then I got the Twitch alerts, the Twitch, whatever the hell it is, those different overlays that show you all kinds of statistics on your website. And then I created several different view screens and in the Open Broadcaster software, so that you can kind of switch around different viewpoints, whether it's big screen share of the desktop, or it's a big webcam image of me and a little desktop in a corner. So again, I got incrementally better. When I started making videos for my YouTube, I basically just found the first software that I knew it could do whatever I needed to do, and I started doing it. I mean, I used screen share, not screen share, I used something to capture the screen, and I used like a webcam preview and put it on the bottom. So it was the screen share or the screen capture software was capturing my desktop and running video of basically my webcam stream. Not like OBS, which kind of combines the streams together and just get a little bit choppy and out of sync. Stuff like that. And again, I had no trouble starting out rough around the edges, and I think that's kind of the way to start. You kind of jump into a project, or it's a new idea, something you're trying to do or learn, feet first. I think that's the phrase, and you go from there. You start expanding and learning over time. What I find interesting is that with vlogging, I did vlog 0, vlog 1, and then I took a 3-week break, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to vlog about. I felt very self-conscious of not only I looked up how to start vlogging. I looked up all kinds of information, what vloggers do to be successful, and then I started procrastinating. I'm like, well, I need this microphone. Before I start vlogging, I got the microphone. I need this pop filter, because sometimes I say words that start with a P, and that creates that annoying noise in a pop filter. And then I told myself, I need a camera mount. I need a tripod. And I had a tripod, but I lost the camera mount. So I'm like, let me reorder it. And then I chose the slowest shipping because it was the cheapest. I'm like, I'm not going to spend the extra $2 to get it soon. And so I waited for a couple weeks before I got it from China or something off of eBay. And I've been waiting since. I told myself, I need a different memory card for my camera. I need to learn this software. I need to do this. I need to do that. I wrote up a huge structure on how my vlogs are gonna go, which I'm not using. And so I kept procrastinating by trying to be a perfectionist with this project, because I find myself very self-conscious showing my face, talking about my ideas in front of people, especially since over the years I've built up a techie audience that doesn't really care, that I almost want to say that doesn't care about my feelings, I guess. Some of these vlogs are gonna be about technology. Some of these vlogs are gonna be about my experiences, in workplace, or as a senior engineer or as a junior engineer in the past. Some of these posts are gonna be about some of my ideas in technology, but a lot of them are gonna be unrelated to my job, to my work, to my hobby of technology, to programming. And that makes me self-conscious, because technology is kind of the place where I hide out. It's easy for me to feel stressed out, and so I go programming. I have anxiety, I go programming. I don't know what to do tonight, I'm bored, let me just go programming. It's kind of my hideout. And if I want to write blog posts, whenever I want to write something touchy-feely or just even fiction, I'm like, well, I could write this really cool blog post on why you should not use technology X and you should use technology Y instead. Anyway, so here's me, I guess, hoping for a lot more vlogs in the future, hopefully once a week, even if it's just 10-11 minutes, and we'll go from there. Thank you for watching.